Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, August 30th, 2019. Welcome to another eBay video and welcome to the start of the Labor Day weekend. I hope all of you guys are going to enjoy yourself this weekend. Sadly, I have to report that our weekend is going to consist of nothing but clouds and rain as usual. Tomorrow is going to be dry, but it's going to be cloudy and raining both Sunday and Monday. No surprise there. In today's video, our main topic, eBay related of course, is going to be, it isn't me. A case of mistaken identity on eBay. A lot of you guys may not know what I'm leading up to, but once we get to the cutaway later on, you'll understand better. We're also going to talk more about cancellations and your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. So let's get right into it. Not surprisingly, most of your comments and questions and concerns had to do with how do you wish to proceed. Never in the history of my videos have I ever been so surprised by the sheer number of you guys that were affected by a certain issue. You know, I kind of figured a good amount of you guys would understand what I was talking about in the teaser early on, but never in my wildest dreams did I suspect that so many of you had received the same message from fishy eBay buyers saying, how do you wish to proceed? So let's get right into your comments, questions, and concerns regarding how do you wish to proceed. Rainmaker89 wrote, definitely agree with you, Joe. How do you wish to proceed buyers sounds like they're just fishing for partial refunds on perfectly good items. It's fishy behavior, but sadly I assume some sellers would give in to them if pressed. And I do agree, sadly, that there are some sellers that are very, very weak. I am not one of them. I told you that I had 3 of these last week, and I responded to each one saying, no sweat, I accept returns, 30 days, no questions asked, and I'll even pay return shipping. Not a single one of them sent anything back. And out of the 3, only 1 even wrote back to me. U812 wrote, warning to all sellers, Photoshop. Fishy buyers claiming items damaged or not as described, fishing for partial or full refunds. But when the seller asks for a photo, the buyer sends a Photoshop picture showing damage. It's bad enough buyers do bait and switch, but now fake pictures too? In my case, eBay rep agreed the photo was very odd and my package was well packed, in fact overpacked. The eBay rep said to ask the buyer to send the damaged item back or call her bluff. I did. She suddenly went silent and never returned the item. eBay closed the case. Peace. Crosswalk Larry wrote, I sold a couple of 2.2-pound bags of candy to a buyer a while back. They were sent separately in the flat rate padded envelopes. So I get a message that one bag arrived fine, but the other one was completely crushed. My BS detector went off right away. She told me she was so upset because they were going to be table snacks for guests at her wedding. I said, okay, send me a picture of said damage. Then the backpedaling began. I don't have a camera. Well, I do, but it's broken. I said, okay, how about your fiance's phone? Never heard from her again. Crosswalk Larry also said, I had a few customers over the years that use the how do you wish to proceed lingo. That is a lawyer term. It's intimidation. And yes, they're looking for a free item or a heavenly discounted amount. Brandy Burke wrote, how do you plan to make this right? That is another one. Correct. How How do you plan to make this right? It's not as prolific as how do you wish to proceed. I myself have also received the how do you plan to make this right statement. E. Dennis wrote, I've had customers say things like, I work in such and such law office, and it's always a veiled threat, even though number one, it probably isn't true, and number two, even if it is true, they're probably a secretary. They get blocked forever. Forever. Skinny Cow wrote, how do you wish to proceed? In scammer fitchy buyer speak, I am trying my luck with you because I want the item for free, or I want for you to give a partial refund right now. I'm fishing for the best deal you'll offer. I'm sure there are people on eBay who make many buyer accounts, buy many items a day, and send this scammer message out, hoping to get a sucker or two to make it worth their while running these scams. Remy8169 wrote, love the video as always. I have also experienced several instances of how do you wish to proceed. I let my buyers know that I offer a 30-day return, and if there's an issue, I will cover the return costs. The fitchy buyers will not respond or message back, letting me know they will keep the item. Partial refund scams have been around for a while, and fitchy buyers know that sellers will sometimes offer a partial to avoid the return because they're liable for the shipping costs. eBay needs to step in and help with the abusive, fitchy buyers. Totally agree with them. Totally. Ecom2933 wrote, how do you want to proceed? I received the following. I appreciate the order and just received it today. The only problem I have is that a huge amount of the blocks were not in fact Lego, but rather cheaper off-name brands. I think this would have been okay had it been very clear prior to my purchase. For my part, I have zero use for non-Lego pieces and wonder what can be done to rectify this because I don't really want to leave a review if some solution is available. Bear in mind that this wasn't the odd piece, more like 35 to 40% of non-Lego in the bag I have received. I look forward to your reply and will be happy to forward you pictures on proof should you so desire. Thanks for your response, Brian. I offered a partial refund or full refund on return, his choice, but never heard from him again. It's amazing how that buyer said they did not want to leave a review if some solution was possible. They didn't say negative review, they said review. And that tells me, in my humble opinion, that this buyer has had some experience because they have the wording down just pat, don't they? Speaking about experience, let's take a little break right now and take drink number one from the Fox News Cup of Life. Oh my God, this is great. Resell Rejects wrote, I got a negative because of that phrase. They don't say enough to qualify for feedback extortion, but you as the seller are at fault because you won't give them what they want. Kay Hollins wrote, I've gotten so that even if the item supposedly is broken with photos, I make them return the item before I issue a refund. I pack my items very well, and when the original box is undamaged, I know that it's fitchy. I do go ahead and refund since I really don't want anything to do with them anymore, and at least I made them work for the refund. Deborah Kubler wrote, I too have gotten the how do you wish to proceed line. When I tell them I want to see a picture of the damage or tell them to send the item back, they usually disappear. I find they're doing absolutely what you said, fishing for a partial refund or a full refund and wanting to keep the item. Sometimes I also keep repeating the phrase, please return the item back to me. I find the ones that are honest will automatically send a picture of the damage with their request to return. But those people normally do not say, how do you wish to proceed? I'm telling you guys, how do you wish to proceed? In my opinion, and again this is my opinion, and I think it's also the opinion of you guys, shows that the buyer has had considerable experience doing this kind of thing. In my everyday life, or even online, whether it be on eBay or wherever, I would never use the phrase, how do you wish to proceed? It sounds like a professional fitchy person at work. Crosswalk Larry wrote about the lack of sales. Sales have been slow this month. I went through a 7-day period of 0 sales. This has never happened before since I opened my store a little over a year ago. Maybe people are spending their money on vacationing. Well, luckily my sales have been very good lately, with the exception of that July 4th fiasco. However, in all fairness, I've been doing a lot more listings lately because I bought so much merchandise that I've been listing a lot of the top name stuff that I know will sell, so therefore that is why my sales are up. As far as people spending on vacationing, I totally agree with you. People will spend anything on enjoyment, especially here in the New York, New Jersey area. I've said this on video before, and I want to really impress upon you guys. This is important. I see people driving late model cars, you know, a year or two old, banged up, a headlight out, a taillight broken, no hubcaps on it, and the mirror hanging off. And that's the person you will see coming out of the liquor store, carrying a bottle of booze, and scratching off a lottery ticket at the same time. Then driving across the street to Dunkin' Donuts to get his sugar fix and a cup of coffee. I'm telling you guys, I swear this is true. If you live in my area and you want to go in business, open up something enjoyment related, you will be a millionaire. Do not go in the auto business because people, they just don't care about their cars. They're so irresponsible, it's unbelievable. Here I am, look at this. Here I am going on one of my tangents again. I'm not done reading the comments. 2 more comments and we'll get into the new topic of the day. ZXC wrote, I recently tried Etsy and it was a disaster. Lots of fitchy buyers claiming their account was hacked. Then when I wanted to refund them their money, Etsy wanted me to pay an additional 5% commission on top of the 5% they deducted from the buyer's payment. So I'd lose 10% refunding them their money with Etsy payments. I closed my Etsy account as it was too much of a hassle. ZXC, I have never sold or bought on Etsy, and I don't plan to. But I thank you for telling us about that, so you other good people out there can take this warning from ZXC. Watch out for Etsy. According to him, it seems to be a fitchy buyer's paradise. Last comment is from Synchron. CNN? I thought you were a Fox News boy. Shame on you. Of course I'm a Fox News boy. I threw out the name CNN because it was the first one that came off the top of my head. But guys, you know that my heart belongs to Fox News for the wonderful exposés they have done in the past. Let's have a drink on that. Let us now move to some new topics, specifically 2 in mind. Number 1 is a case of mistaken identity on eBay. This is something that has happened to me numerous times in my 20 years on eBay. It used to be a bigger problem. Now it's rare, but it just happened the other night, and I want to share this with you because I think it's a good learning experience for all of you. So let's stop. Let's go to a cutaway now. We'll come back and I'll talk about it. Okay guys, I want to tell you a story of something that actually happened to me earlier this week. Have you ever been the victim of mistaken identity on eBay? Over the years, it has happened to me numerous times, and I just don't understand why. And it happened again earlier this week. So I want to walk you through this actual experience I had and get your opinion on it, and tell me what you would do or would have done in this case. So as you can see on this screen here, I have an F-150 center cap listed. If you buy one, it's $18. If you buy 2, $17.10 each. If you buy 3, $16.20 each. Actually, I have this item discounted as it is. See? So the item is really at a good price, and eBay even states that I'm beating the trending price. How often do you see that on any of your listings? Okay, so the other night, I get this contact from an irate prospective customer, and he writes to me and says, "What is wrong with you? Why do you have best offer on your items if you will not even accept the best offer? I literally offered you $3 less than your asking price and you declined me. I want to know why you declined me." Now, I know I do not have best offer on any of my items because, as I've told you hundreds of times, I get too many people who don't pay. So, before I wrote back to this guy, I double-checked the listing here just to be sure that eBay did not sneak it in. And no, as you can see, there's no best offer. Now, before I wrote back to him, the very next thing I did was block him because the guy is obviously unstable. Okay? In my opinion, he's unstable. All right? So I wrote back to him and I said, "I do not have best offer on any of my items. Besides, $18 is cheap enough. Now try and get it locally. Maybe you'll save on shipping." He then wrote back to me and said, "Here is a screenshot to prove that I offered you an offer on eBay." And here is what he sent me. Look at this. He made a $19 offer, which was declined, but from another eBay seller, your part source. Same cap. So why did he attack me? Had he played nice, he could have got it for $18. He offered this guy $19 and was declined and jumped all over me. So I wrote back to him and I said something to the effect, "Open your eyes and take a look at what I circled. You made an offer to a different seller, not to me," which is the truth. Unbelievable but true. So guys, I just thought you'd enjoy that little story. Let me know your opinion on this. What would you have done? Let's get back to the video right now. So yeah, guys, what happened is, I think I explained it in the cutaway, but to really rehash quickly, this irate buyer is contacting me, yelling at me about a price for an item I had listed, but for some reason, he was looking at somebody else's item and contacting me about it. I don't understand how that happened. So what I want to hear from you guys is, how do you think that happened? Has it ever happened to you? The only conjecture I can throw out there is that he was doing some shopping and mine was the cheapest, and maybe he put mine in his watch list but then tried to buy from the other guy. The end story is, if the guy wasn't such a dick, he could have bought mine cheaper than the offer he made to the other seller that I showed you. But he had to be a dick about it and accuse me of things that had nothing to do with me, so I blocked him. And I'm not bashful about it at all. Good riddance. Man, that was really something, okay? That's the kind of thing that upsets me, is when people blame me for something that has nothing to do with me. My item was $18, as you saw, and it clearly said my item is below the trending rate. I'm the cheapest. Second item I want to jump into again, which we've been talking about for the last few months, is cancellations. I think it was in last week's video or the week prior, I shot my mouth off and said I had no returns or cancellations for a while. And usually when I do that, that basically pulls the cork out of the bottle and they all come in. Well, cancellations are up. I had 2 in one day. I think it was on Wednesday. 2 in one day. All right? The first guy waited about 2 hours to cancel. The second guy canceled within 5 minutes. To this day, I am stymied by this, okay? I've been buying on eBay for 20 years. I've bought tons of items. I have never once canceled a purchase in my life. It's not the way I roll. If I buy something and I commit to buying it and I pay the man, that's it. I am an adult and I will stick behind my actions. These people who want to cancel, they upset me. I mean, it does upset me. I'm not going to lie to you. What I always do, as long as I haven't shipped the item, I always agree to the cancellation because it's just good business, but I automatically block them. Block. I block them before I agree to the cancellation because that way I know beyond any doubt they can never sting me again with another cancellation. Let me show you the cancellation screen I saw the other night. Very quickly, guys, I want to show you this cancellation screen because I spotted something that I think is new. I'm sure many of you have seen this before. The buyer wants to cancel this order. And then they give you two options. Yes, I agree to cancel. No, I can't. Because this person wanted to cancel 5 minutes or less after he made the purchase, I clicked yes. I also blocked him immediately, okay? This person can never cancel from me again. Now, as you see, eBay has pre-checked relist item after cancellation, and that's fine with me. But what I noticed here, it says submit and relist for free. If I'm correct, it used to say submit and relist with fees. And that used to bum me out because we sellers were being charged a fee when people like this guy right here were canceling on us. So this was a very good move on eBay's part. Let's take a quick look at the next screen. Okay, it says right here, your refund is being processed, order cancellation is pending, and here it says relist pending. It doesn't show me that the relist actually went through or it failed. I had planned to check the other night to see if it went through, and do you know something? I forgot all about it. So that's something I have to do right now, but let's get back to the video first. Now there are some good friends of mine that will say, well, Joe, why do you block them? You're leaving money on the table. You're blocking that potential buyer from buying from you again. That's not what I'm doing. I'm blocking that potential buyer from canceling on me again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I am a realist. I think all you guys will agree that's what sets my YouTube channel apart from all the other resellers. All right? You got some that cheer no matter what happens. Yahoo! It's great news! eBay fees are going up. Yay! I love it! People say that. Then there are some fitchy people that are always negative on eBay. No matter what the news, they say it's bad. Okay? But I'm a realist. I call it right down the middle. If it's good, I'm going to tell you I think it's good. If it's unfair to sellers, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to tell you it's unfair. As I've said, I've been selling on eBay for 20 years and I continue to do well. I continue to make money. I'm enjoying it and I'm going to amp it up. I have more listings on eBay now, currently, than I have ever had in my 20 years on eBay. That being said, guys, always remember that I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you did not find it helpful, tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up next week. And as you can see, I'll do my best to do it and I may well read your comment. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I'm still making money online. I've solved a lot of problems. I've never, ever worn a mask. Hey, some say I could be a CEO or a CFO of my own company. You never know. Guys, go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace! And remember, this is the Labor Day weekend. Sales will probably be a lot slower than usual. I know mine always are. So we're going to be having clouds and rain the entire weekend. So yeah, guys, always remember these 3 words. Don't be fetchy! See you next week.